Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrey Ryoo, and I'm a DevOps in Qameta Software. Welcome. Today, I'm going to show you how to install Allure TestOps in production mode. Okay, first thing you have to do is go to GitHub. I'm going to show you how to install Allure TestOps in some ways like in Docker Compose, in Kubernetes, with Helm. Okay, let's get started with Docker Compose. First thing I'd like to tell you is you have to read the docs first. Well, we spent some time making these docs, and it would be nice if you read them first. Okay, what we have here. First thing we have to do is install Docker. I've got a fresh virtual machine on Hetzner. It's clean. It just has Nginx on board, and what we're going to do is start with this documentation. First thing we do, we copy this script. What it does, it installs Docker in the right way. Okay, here we are at last. What we have here is Docker and Docker Compose installed. Well, there is a big difference between normal Docker Compose that most people get used to. I mean, most people using Docker dash Compose, but this one works in a bit different way. So what you do to interact with Docker Compose, you just write Docker space Compose, and like it was before. Okay, let's go on. First, we should open the repo for production. Well, a small disclaimer: we've got database, MQ, and Minio installed on separate resources already. What you should do is get the manual how to install Postgres 14 for your operating system, RabbitMQ and Minio, or if you have Ceph or AWS, it's going to be much simpler for you because it's going to be nothing to do. Okay, let's get started. What we do first we open the core directory. I chose TestOps because I'm not going to use LDAP or OpenID authorization. That's why this Docker Compose will be enough. What I do first, I'm just copying it, everything what is in this file. Well, then I'm making a folder, going in this folder, and copying the content of this Docker Compose file. Yeah, just copy paste. It's done. What we do next is making the config file, which is called .env. We're going to copy paste it again from our official repo. Exactly as we did before. Then, it's really important to set up the configuration file in the right way, so please don't ignore this. As I have already got the domain, I'm going to use it. Well, it is demo Qameta.space. Okay, and the instance port is going to be 8080. Because our Nginx is proxying all the traffic to the port 8080. So the proto is going to be HTTPS. Session duration is responsible for the session lifetime. For example, if you log in to Allure TestOps, if you won't be active for a few minutes, you'll be just kicked. So to prevent this, set this interval in seconds. Then we leave the time zone Europe-London. It's fine, and so it would be nice to change the admin pass. So as this is not a production stand for me, I'll just leave it admin and admin. And then Allure JWT secret. This variable is very important because it encrypts all authorization in Allure. So it means if you'd like to migrate from this deployment to another one, and this key will be different, it means all your tokens will expire and they will never work again. So it's like a shared secret. I'll just generate a random pass, which will be enough, I believe. Okay, it's done. And Allure crypto password. It's the internal password as well. Try not to lose it. Okay, it's done. If you have any self-hosted resource which uses self-signed certificate, it could be LDAPs, or it can be Rabbit, it can be wherever, even Jira with self-hosted certificate that you use for integration. What you have to do is just state this data here. But if you don't have such resources like me, just comment it. The same thing about certificates for database. Okay, then goes Allure secure cookie. Well, what does this flag do? It's the equivalent for HTTP cookie enabled. So it means it's kind of protection from cross-site request forgery. As we have HTTPS, I mean the TLS certificate in our Nginx, so it's safe to use true. But if you don't have HTTPS and you set it true, you'll never log in. Every time when you try to get a license from Qameta, our team will also provide you with the registry, our private registry, which we use to distribute our product. So it is dl qameta.io, and the Allure slug is Docker. Okay, I won't recommend you change these settings about Redis because we ship Redis with Allure TestOps. Here goes database host. Well, as you may guess, it is actually a host to Postgres database that we have already deployed. So it is going to be db Qameta space. The username is UAA, and the name of the database is also UAA. And so we have to set the password. Okay, I'll copy it from password. One is password. It's handy, and it's really secure. Okay, what about these properties? Registration auto-approve means that any user that knows the URL to Allure TestOps can register. And after registration, this user doesn't need administrator to confirm the registration. So I usually set it false. Okay, so we're going to report service. So it's going to be db qameta.space. The DB name is report, and username also report. So let's set the path. It's done, and our RabbitMQ host is mq.qameta.space. So it has the standard port. The user is, let me check, it's TestOps. So we have to change it. Yeah, it's done, and let's set the password for Rabbit. Now it's done. Okay, and this is S3 properties. S3 providers Minio, it was preset. So it is S3.Qameta .space. So S3 bucket is Allure TestOps, region is Qameta 0. And let's copy our credentials, the access key, is this, and the secret key. Here we go. Please take some attention to this environment variable, Allure 3 path style. In my case, I'm setting the path style to true because I'm using Minio, and the routing goes like the host name slash the name of the bucket slash and all etc. But if we use Amazon or DigitalOcean or somebody else, it's maybe not path style. So it means the name of the bucket is the domain name. It could be like bucket name dot domain dot tld. And you can also replace the rabbit Erlang cookie. So this property is not really important here, but if you're making a RabbitMQ cluster, it could be handy. And so let's just start it. Oh, sorry, I forgot to log in. Okay, and let's roll. Okay, so looks like our deployment is ready. Let's check it. So what we do is docker compose logs and -f. So looks like we're still waiting for some database migrations. Okay, looks like everything's done. So what we do is going to demo.qameta.space. And so it's done. We're going for admin and admin. Then we have to enter the license key. To get one, you have to contact our sales team. And after you entered your license, you are free to go. So you can create your first project. And that's it. Thanks for watching.